This is section 9.6. We're still going to be graphing rational functions, but the equation looks a little bit different. So we're going to actually, the process for graphing these equations is going to be a little bit different. If we have a rational function that the equation looks like that, notice you have a number outside of the fraction. When you have a number outside of the fraction, you're going to use this process to graph it. First thing I want you to pay attention to is the vertical asymptote. It's at x equals h. Notice this number h is inside the fraction. When you're inside the fraction, you're going to think of opposites. Inside is always opposites. So if I have x minus h, or x minus 7, for example, you would have a vertical asymptote at x equals positive 7. So it's going to be the opposite. Horizontal asymptote at y equals k. So whatever that number is that's outside of the fraction, that's going to be the horizontal asymptote. So let's do an example. Let's suppose I have 1 over x minus 3. I'm going to rewrite that as f of x equals 1 over x plus 0 minus 3. We need the vertical asymptote. We need the horizontal asymptote. So the vertical asymptote is going to be 0, x equals 0. And the horizontal asymptote is going to be the number that's outside of the fraction, y equals negative 3. If it's outside of the fraction, we keep the sign. Do not switch the signs if it's outside of the fraction. So vertical asymptote at x equals 0. So I'm going to have you draw a dotted line at 0. Horizontal asymptote at negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Horizontal asymptote. Now, as far as where we're going to draw the two parts of the graph, we look at this number right here, determine whether it's positive or negative. If it's positive, we want a piece of the graph up here. And remember, those two pieces, they have to be opposite each other, so the other piece is going to be down here. And there you go. Example 1, f of x equals 1 over x minus 3. Example 2, we have 3 over x minus 4 minus 1. So we need the vertical asymptote. Remember, it has to be opposites. So if it's x minus 4, we need x equals positive 4. For horizontal asymptote, that's the one that's outside. Y equals negative 1. Horizontal, negative 1. Vertical at positive 4. And the two pieces of the graph, we check to see if this is a positive or negative number. If it's a positive number, we need the right side to be up. And remember, they have to be opposites, so the left side is going to be down here. Example 3, I want you to do on your own. Let's take a look at example 4. We need a vertical asymptote and a horizontal asymptote. So the vertical, that's x plus 3. We need the opposite, so x equals negative 3. And the horizontal, that's the number that's outside, so y equals negative 2. Horizontal vertical. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to take a look to see where we're going to put the two pieces of the graph. Check to see if that number is positive or negative. Since it's negative, we want the right side of the graph to be down. Negative, the right side of the graph has to be down. And remember, they have to be in opposite corners, so left side is going to be over here. We have f of x equals 5 over x minus 3 plus 1. Vertical, x equals positive 3. And horizontal at y equal positive 1. So 1, 2, 3, vertical, horizontal is that at 1. 5 is positive, so the right side is on top, and the left side is in the bottom left-hand corner. F of x equals negative 4 over x plus 5 minus 3. So vertical, remember it has to be opposite, so x equals negative 5. Horizontal, y equals negative 3. If it's inside, it's opposite. If it's outside, it's the same. Negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 is negative, so the right side has to be in the bottom right-hand corner, which makes the left side, kind of ran out of room, but it's going to be over here. All right. The rest of the examples I want you to do on your own. You should be able to do all of these. I wanted you to take a look at example 8 briefly. That is a 32. It doesn't matter what that number is. It can be 32 or it can be 3032. You're still going to draw the graph the same. So don't worry about that being a larger number. It doesn't matter. Example 9, example 10. I've done examples of all of these types, so you should be able to do these on your own. If you have questions, just let me know.